Students, we will proceed further in our chapter Microbes in Human Welfare. We will discuss here about the microbes which have been exploited as the biofertilizer. So first we need to see the disadvantage of artificial or synthetic fertilizer. First disadvantage is the artificial fertilizers accumulate on the topsoil. By the accumulation of these artificial fertilizers on the top of the soil, these fertilizers are not accessible to the plants and plants will not be able to absorb it. The second disadvantage is these are single elements, so they will disturb the mineral ratio in the soil. And the third disadvantage is they do not support soil microbes life. It means most of the artificial or synthetic fertilizers are harmful to the soil microbes, and after the death of the soil microbes, the soil becomes less humus and will become eroded. So ultimately these artificial or synthetic fertilizers are harmful to our soil also. So we need to see what is the biofertilizer. Biofertilizers are the organisms which enrich the nutrient quality of the soil. They promote growth to plants by increasing the supply or availability of primary nutrients to the host plant. They are microbial inoculants of bacteria, algae, or fungi, and they live individually or in combination with their host, and they are involved in nitrogen fixation mostly. Some of the well-known biofertilizers are legume rhizobium symbiosis. Second is Azolla anobina symbiosis. Third, loose association of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. Fourth, diazotrophs. Fifth, cyanobacteria. Sixth, mycorrhiza. Seventh, phosphate-solubilizing bacteria and fungi. And eighth, frankia. So we will discuss one by one. First one is legume rhizobium symbiosis. So the nitrogen fixing bacteria rhizobia inhabiting in the nodules, root form nodules in roots in the plant, mostly in leguminous plants. And nodules are pink in color due to presence of a pigment which is called as leg hemoglobin. The bacteria fix nitrogen gas into ammonia by nitrogenase enzyme. It means the bacteria produces nitrogenase enzyme, and this nitrogenase enzyme will be functional in presence of leg hemoglobin, and this leg hemoglobin provides an anaerobic environment so that this nitrogenase enzyme will be functional, and the bacteria rhizobia enters through the root hairs and proliferate in the inner cortex of the cells of roots of the leguminous plant, and the vascular bundle of the plant are in direct contact with this nodule for the efficient exchange of nutrients. The bacteria provides fixed nitrogen in the form of ammonia to the plant, and in return, the plant provides carbohydrate to the bacteria. So they live symbiotically, and both of them will be benefited from each other. Plants utilize this nitrogen which has been fixed by the bacteria to synthesize the amino acids, and it enriches the soil with nitrogen which is useful for the subsequent crops in next season. The next one is Azolla anabina symbiosis. Anabina is a blue-green algae which lives symbiotically in Azolla, which is a fern, and the algae fixes atmospheric nitrogen and releases nitrogenous compound in the leaf cavities. And Azolla has been recognized as the organic manure in rice in North Vietnam in 1957. Therefore, this combination Azolla and Anabina system has been used in South and Southeast Asia to get more crop yield, and it has been recorded that this system Azolla Anabina symbiosis increases the crop yield by more than 50% also. Loose association of nitrogen fixed bacteria. Some bacteria like azospirillum show loose association with the root and above ground part of the certain cereal crops like rice, sorghum, maize, etc., and increases the fertility of the soil. And a combination of chemical fertilizer with azospirillum shows the significant high yield of the crop also. The next one is diazotrophs. It is a combination of large group of organisms such as aerobic chemolithotrophs, anaerobic photoautotrophs, aerobic to microaerobic heterotrophs, etc. And they are free living as they lives as the free living organism or in the form of symbiotic association, and they fix nitrogen in the soil, or they fix the nitrogen in their host plant. They fix atmospheric nitrogen and make it available to the crop plant. Azotobacter has been found to increase the crop yield by the fixation of their nitrogen. And next is the cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are blue-green algae. These are autotrophic microbes widely distributed in aquatic and terrestrial environments. And several of the cyanobacteria, like species of Anabena, Nostoc, etc., have the capacity to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. These are important biofertilizers in paddy fields, and these cyanobacteria have also some additive advantages also, such as they provide an algal biomass which accumulates as an organic matter. They produce growth promoting substance. They help in reclamation of saline and alkaline soil. It means they make saline and alkaline soil normal, and they are very cheap also. Mycorrhiza. It is a symbiotic relationship between fungal hyphae and root of higher plants. The fungal partner of the mycorrhiza obtain food from the root of the higher plant, and in return it supplies the mineral elements and moisture to the plant. Phosphate solubilizing bacteria and fungi. So phosphorus is the most important nutrient after nitrogen for the plants, we know, and the soil microorganisms have the capacity to solubilize the inorganic phosphate into organic phosphate through their metabolic activities to make them accessible to the plants, because we know that plants will not consume the phosphate in the form of inorganic phosphate. Then soil microorganism converts this inorganic phosphate into organic phosphate. So the microorganisms make this phosphorus available to the plants in the soluble form. And the phosphate solubilizing bacteria, Azotobacter, Nitrobacter, Pseudomonas, and fungi like Aspergillus and Fusarium, etc. Next is Frankia. Frankia is a member of Actinomycetes. It is found in the stem nodules of Cisbania. Some higher plants like Elnus and Elder for nodules with the Frankia. It is an important system in non-leguminous plants in overall nitrogen economy or soil. Some higher plants like Elnus and Elder form nodules with Frankia, and the nodules occur in clusters attaining agricultural land. Thank you.